Welcome back to Sports Blitz Live, presented by JR's Sports Bar and Grill. I want to welcome Jeff Carr up here now, along with Michael Goggins. Jeff, appreciate you coming down tonight.
I'm glad to be here.
Well, let's talk about, moving on to the next level. And I know you guys signed with each other, or Michael signed with you, C&H Management, Jeff.
Sure.
January the 14th, I believe.
I believe that's the correct date.
So somewhere around in there. And I know a lot of, as Michael and I just talked about, Jeff, a lot going on for a guy that's coming out of college, just winning a national championship, trying to soak all that in, everybody pulling at your jacket and wanting to get your picture taken with you and all that. But that's part of the fun of being in this position. And, Jeff, I know you guys have teamed up, as you do, with several other athletes out there to help Michael get to the next level.
Yeah, we have. It is a tough time for Michael. Thankfully, Auburn has a good program in place. I can't remember Jack's last name, but he's out of the Northeast. But they have a consultant that deals with these kids who transition to the NFL. So they kind of know that they can. He does some background work for them, so they know wherever they're signing, they're safe.
Sure.
And but yeah, it was an exciting time for us because we're really excited about Michael and his athleticism and where that could take him.
And Michael, talk about it. You got all kind of options out there. Obviously you felt comfortable. Just a big decision in your life, and a lot of people out there trying to come up to you and, hey, I want to do this. And, obviously you felt comfortable with Jeff.
Definitely, man. At the conclusion of the season, I had a few guys, giving me calls, trying to get at me. And
it's almost like the recruiting process
it
all
definitely
over again.
is, man. It definitely is. And Jeff, he's a guy, man, that I really got to know real well. And he's a guy I feel like I can trust. He's like a brother to me. I've been to his house on numerous occasions. I stayed nights over there, and he's like a big brother to me, man. And
you're his big brother, actually. If you want to compare size.
Yeah, definitely, man.
It's true,
definitely.
man.
So
It's
all love,
it
though, man. It's all love.
My partner Alcide Honore, my wife Cinnamon, and guy Justin Thompson that works with us. We really do have a family style approach with these young men, and we really we try to take the time not only to get to know them, but to explain to them what the next level involves. I'm an Auburn fan. We got to take in a lot of games this year. But at the end of the day, these NFL scouts, sometimes they want to take what you've been taught the last 4 years, they'll break it down completely and reteach you because the NFL is a different animal.
Yeah, it is, Jeff. And, I'd be remiss if I didn't say, and obviously, in any business out there, you're going to have guys that don't do things quite the right way. And obviously here, and you and Michael feeling comfortable and his parents feeling comfortable with you guys. But you see on ESPN and a lot of sports networks out there that the sports agents get a bad name because it seems like they always try to cut corners and all that. And it seems like in college football or in any business, one bad apple can make everybody look bad. And,
that's
and one bad media person can make all of us look extremely bad. Well, here comes another media guy, and everybody starts rolling their eyes. Talk about that, Jeff, and how you overcome that and build that confidence up with the athlete.
It is tough. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, we have a bad rap. There's always somebody that's going to push the envelope, and they're normally pushing the envelope for a reason. They're not affirmed in their own lives or their profession, and to get noticed, that's what they're going to do. We just have to ignore that. Our approach is really one of high ethics and integrity. And what we try to do is we explain to them that it's very hard because every agent is a salesman, okay? But we have to prove that we can walk the walk. So they almost have to be willing to take a chance on us because they really don't know at first. Sure. So in Michael's case, he probably found out fairly quickly. We were able to get some media opportunities in front of them. We were able to, selecting a trainer is a huge thing, guys.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a documentary being made about Michael and Baron Isom, myself, and where they train. They train at a place called WPI in Swanee, Georgia, trained by 4 ex-NFL guys, high-level guys. But just the stuff they go through, people have no idea. And in the NFL, particularly in the last 5 years, it's become more of a mental game. We teach a lot of almost the martial art aspect of the upper body movement, things you got to do. And we, like in Michael's case, in Michael's case, I mean, he was working on a bull rush, but we've been teaching him spin moves, inside, outside, man, and just a lot of different things. But he's a neat kid. I mean, today he ran around a 4.6 40, which for a 268-pound kid is something else. But he's going to have an opportunity to fit in as probably the open side or a defensive end, right defensive end with his hand down. He could be a will side linebacker, special teams guru with his speed. He's got a lot of opportunities. A lot of scouts are really interested in him.
Yeah, I'll use an example here. And Will Herring, who played at Auburn, is playing for Seattle now. You know, nobody gave him a chance.
Right.
Nobody even was looking at Will Herring as a next level guy, and he's made a living at Seattle. And actually, he had an interception in the playoffs this year as he got in on defense this year. So, you know, everybody has a different story, and everybody works their way up into different situations, but he's just one out there. But before we go to break, Michael, talk about that. You just didn't pop up today and show up at Auburn and have pro day and run a 4.6. I mean, lots and lots of discipline, mental and physical, doing the right things, eating the right things, getting in the right situation. Talk about your training over in Swanee and what it meant to get you to today. And then when we come back and break, we'll talk about the pro day.
Yeah, training, man, that's definitely a big key, you know, when you have an interview like this. That's what I call it, man, because, I mean, it's 32 teams out there. You got GMs and everybody out there, and they're looking for somebody to perform. Sure. So when you got a day like this, man, it's very critical on the amount of rest you get, what you eat, you know, just taking care of your body, you know, making sure you stretched out good. I mean, everything ties into that, man. And like I said, man, I put up a good pro day, and you know, I was ready for it, man.
Well, we're going to talk about that pro day right here. We're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk more with Jeff Carr and Michael Goggins about pro day and what the future holds for Michael Goggins. Stay tuned. More Sports Blitz Live presented by JR right after this.